Now it's time to head off to our Anglesey track for a fifth gear shootout, where we put two like-minded cars up against each other to find out which is quickest. Assisting us with driving duties this time is our honorary fifth gear team member and ex-Formula One driver, Karun Chanduk.
Today we've got two German coupes for those who want top-level performance in a top-quality package. This is the Porsche 718 Cayman GTS. The Cayman's mid-mounted flat-six engine and rear-wheel drive formula made it the 50 grand coupe to beat over the last decade. This new version has lost 2 cylinders, but it's gained a turbo, plus another 10 grand, so it now costs nearly £60,000. Up against it is the BMW M2. Any Beamer with an M badge is worth paying attention to. And with 6 cylinders plus a turbo, the M2 is slightly more powerful and slightly quicker to 62 than the Cayman. At 47 grand, it's also £13,000 cheaper. Up first, it's the Porsche. When I read a few reviews coming into here, one of the first things that people talked about was how the car didn't really sound particularly great. Now, bearing in mind, it is a 4-cylinder, 2.5-litre engine. It's going to sound like a 4-cylinder. I quite like the little growl that you get when you put the hammer down. So, contrary to some people's views, I'm okay with the sound the car makes. But more importantly, how does the 718 Cayman go? Right, let's see what it's like on a time lapse. Winding it up now into the first corner. Now, under braking for turn 2. It is brilliant. I'm braking so deep and carrying the speed in. And the front end just tucks in. However, part of the reason that I can brake so late is down to the optional £5,000 ceramic composite brakes fitted to this car. This car is a baby 911. It is confidence-inspiring. I feel I could drive it all day long and not end up in the grass. That perfect weight distribution because of where the engine's placed makes it so nimble. Get on the power and the car goes exactly where you want it to go. Through the corkscrew now, under braking, changing direction. Ride quality is very good across the curbs. Now the last corner, whoa, get the power down. And across the line. The Cayman GTS crosses the line in 1 minute, 16.47 seconds. Time for the BMW. This car is a lot cheaper than that Cayman I just drove. It also has a touch more horsepower and 2 extra seats, but it's not all good news. It's 120 kilos heavier than the Porsche, so really in terms of power to weight, it's not very good for the BMW. However, BMW's engineers have produced a brilliant chassis. Despite the weight of the engine being at the front, it is so beautifully balanced. But in places, a bit of caution is called for. When you're coming out of the medium slow speed corners, you've got to be a little bit gentle with the power because you do tend to spin up the inside wheel. Let's have a look though at what it's like on a time lap. And you're really able to get on the power nice and early, but under braking, it just doesn't allow you to stop as quickly. Bang on the power. The front tucks in nicely. At the first checkpoint, the BMW is down by 0.7 of a second. In the long, faster corners, you have got less understeer. In the BMW, it allows you to carry the speed. Now, the braking zone. This is where I think the Porsche was amazing. A little bit too lively, and I've had to brake quite a bit earlier just to give me the confidence to turn in. On the way out, it does that. And by the second checkpoint, the M2 has fallen 1.4 seconds behind. Into the corkscrew, and the short wheelbase allows the front end to change direction beautifully well. And
now to the last corner. Cross the line.
The M2 crosses the line in 1 minute 18.51 seconds, a full 2 seconds behind the Porsche. So, the Cayman is still the sporty coupe to beat. Its mid-engine layout, brilliant chassis, and phenomenal carbon ceramic brakes defeated the BMW on just about every level. Just remember though, you'll need 30% more money to gain those 2 extra seconds.